Hello Libra, and welcome to your September 2021 reading. We're going to look into the energy of the Libra collective, and we're looking at the sun, moon, and rising signs. And so your sun is the overall energy. So if you're looking at that, you're looking at the overall energy of what's going on. The moon sign is how you're going to feel about what's going on. And your rising sign is how it's going to play out. So if you don't know those particular things, then you can go in the link in the description box down below, and there's a link to that. Or you could just go online and Google it, like what your sun, moon, and rising signs are, and lots of free places will give you that. You just need your date of birth and where you're born. If this reading does not resonate with you, because it is a general reading, then just know that the energies can be reversed, so you can assign the roles as you please. Also, this is a timeless reading, so if you're brought to this channel, then there's something in it for you. And if it doesn't resonate with you after all of that, just know that I may not be picking up on your specific energy. You can always come back at a later time. During this reading, the angels are going to bring the holy fire Reiki energy to you. If your higher self wants it, then you'll get it. If not, then you don't have anything to worry about. Normally at the end of this video, I do the releasing of trapped emotions, the essential oils, and the crystals, but I'm going to do it in a completely separate video after I complete all 12 of these videos, and that's because the videos were so long that I was getting extremely tired with the Lionsgate energy. So they, in my meditation, they had, my angels and guides said to go ahead and separate that out. I'm doing personal readings, so if you'd like a reading from me, there is a link in the description box to my website where you can get in contact with me. Also, there's a Reiki class in October, so you can check out those dates and see if that's something that you'd like to do as well. If you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. So I'm only accepting the highest and best truth for the Libra Collective's highest and best good, bringing forth the most accurate answers. The energy on the planet has been off the chart. August was crazy. Lots of people had some amazing big changes happen for them. Lots of people had some conversations that came up that were just beyond this. Like, you just didn't think that it was going to create the changes that it did. I mean, some things that you thought would never change finally changed. And so that's really good, Libra, because we were running into such stuck energy throughout the year that I've been doing these readings for you guys. It just felt like it was never going to move forward. And now you're starting to see progress, and you're starting to see that it's actually moving forward. So let's see what's going on in your energy. Let's see. Okay, so I got a definite cut. There we go. So we have the World card. Yes, I agree with you on that. We have a crossing over that is your talent is shining. We have the 10 of Pentacles as the outcome. Strength card is what's your question. The Knight of Wands, where you're coming from. The Six of Swords is where you're moving to. The Two of Swords is how you're feeling. The Emperor is how everybody else is feeling. High Priestess in your hopes and fears. The 10 of Pentacles is clarified by the 10 of Cups. So you have 10, 10. Oh, oops, this is... Okay. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Lordy, that's beautiful. I love it. So we have some really great stuff happening here. We do have the overall energy for this reading is the Hermit card, coupled by the Inner Child, which is also followed by reunion and happiness. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what's going on. So let's start with the energy that you're coming from. Or actually, let me explain this. So this Hermit can be you just seeing things differently, or it could be that you're getting new information, and because of that new information, you're having to hone into your higher self and figure out, what do I do? Where do I go with this? So it could be communication coming in. It could be any of those things that kind of brighten things up a little bit for you to see it differently. And then now, because of that, there's some kind of feeling that's going to happen with the inner child, and maybe the inner child is going to be validated for once. Maybe the inner child, and that's what I'm feeling it's more like the inner child, like connection in with your inner child, and almost like looking at your inner child and saying, see, I told you it was going to work out this way, or see, I told you that this was going to happen. We just needed to hold on, we just needed to wait, and eventually it was going to come through. And all in all, in the end of that is the reunion and the happiness card. It could be weddings for some of you guys who are planning on getting married, but definitely some kind of reunion or union of some sort where it's just full of happiness. So as you can see, the light comes on and the happiness shines, and you can see it. and it's like, it seems far away, but you know it's there. Okay, and then you can see that it grew. This yellow in the card means that it grew, and now it's like you feel it, and you feel it on a deeper level, so much so that your inner child is like, the child inside of you is like, oh my gosh, it is happening. And then all of a sudden the fruition comes throughout the month of September, and you're like, it did happen. It happened, it happened, it happened. And that's beautiful. That's very good, because where you're coming from is the Knight of Wands. This is the energy that we're moving out of. And the Knight of Wands was that the events just sped up, and all of a sudden the blocks were lifted, and it was time to take action, and then travel, and then all of these things, just, it was very fired up, and it was like bam in your face. Okay, and so the main energy of the month of September is the World, and the World is one of the best cards when we're talking about abundance. It's the best card that you can get, because it encapsulates every single thing, everything that you want, and that's exactly clarified by this. In your overall outcome of 3 to 6 months is money, happiness. I mean, it's love, luck, and money moving in your direction. Everything's moving in the way that you wanted it to. So it's like, I can understand why you're asking about strength, because you just see it a tiny bit, but as the month progresses, it's going to get more and more solidified, and you're going to feel really good about it. Each like almost like each week, or the closer that we get really into September and moving into even October area, it's just the energy is just going to be very pronounced, is what I'm hearing. So because of this World and this feeling and what's going on and all the things that are just kind of coming into place so beautifully, you have the Page of Pentacles crossing over that. And that is like just wonderful, auspicious time for you. So talent is shining. You got great money news. You're feeling auspicious. You're succeeding. You see it. You see the new money. You see the new opportunity. You see the rewards. This is your fruition period. So a lot of the other times we were sowing and reaping, it's like you're reaping the benefit now. And so there was a lot that took you to get to this point. And I think some of you guys are still in the energy of the older energy of it. And yeah, I'm also hearing like sometimes when it's manifesting, at the moment it's manifesting, you can't see how wonderful it is when you're in the moment. And so I think that's what I'm feeling about you, and that's why you're asking about the strength. Like, oh my gosh, how much longer do I have to hold on? And it's like you're in it. You're in it right now. And there's overlapping energies of the old and the new together, and they kind of overlap. And so eventually the old will start to fade out and the new will be there. But because you still feel the old energy, it's like you feel like you're still not getting what you want, or it can't be real, or it can't be true, because the old energy is still there. And so it's gonna fade on out like that, and then boom, you're gonna be in the new energy, and you're going to definitely see it for what it is. Energy that is moving towards you, that's coming towards you, is this, it's leaving of the old. So that's what I was saying. It's exactly the same thing. It's like you're going to start to see the old start to dissipate and start to move on out. We always think that like the new beginnings and the old endings, we always think like, oh, once the new beginning comes, the old ending is going to be like, we always think it's going to be like so precise, like boom, okay, the new is here, bye old. And it doesn't work that way. There's an overlapping of energy before it actually kind of moves on out. And that's the same thing and that's why we don't tell time as we read tarot, or even astrology. Sometimes you can't really, like, we're not exact, and the reason why is because you have the old energy and the new energy that are overlapping. And so you might have some of that old energy still bugging you or plaguing you, but it's moving out, I guess, is what I'm hearing. I do want to kind of clarify this moving card. Actually, I want to clarify with a different deck so I can get a full deck. So I want to clarify this moving card. Like, what are we moving away from? What are we moving towards? I just want to see the movement, because sometimes that's just better to focus on. Like, what do we need to focus on? What's going on, I guess, are the questions I'm asking. Okay, so we're moving towards the Ace of Cups. So this should be this way. And we're moving towards the Knight of Wands as well. And we're moving away from this devil energy. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for what are we moving away from? So we're moving away from this devil toxicity kind of way of being, and we're definitely moving in towards the Ace of Cups, which is love, relationships, emotional happiness, positive emotions, creativity, growth, just appreciating every moment as we move through this experience, which is coupled with the Knight of Wands, which is communication. So we're moving towards some sort of communication where you're able to express yourself and be a little bit more self-aware and be more free-spirited. So if you felt trapped, or you felt like some of you guys felt like life was just moving so fast, you just didn't even know what to do with it. And so I really feel like it's all going to solidify, and you're going to feel really good about it. The energy that you're in for the month, let me move these up. The energy that you're in for the month is actually the Two of Swords, which is a lot of decision making. So lots of logical way of being. Luckily, it's your energy because it's air energy. So Libra, it's going to be right into what you need. It's going to be lots of truthful expressions. Being able to see the bigger picture. You can't see it yet because you still have the blindfold on, but as you start to make decisions and as your life starts to really you start to see how it's playing out and how it's settling down, then all of a sudden it's like these decisions are going to be leading you to be able to see the big picture. Because right now there's so many little decisions that it's hard to see the big picture when we're that focused. So as the focus starts to settle down because you've made the decisions, then you're going to start to see how it all played out very beautifully. The energy that the people around you are in are this emperor way of being. So it's kind of a stoic, stern, they want it their way. That might be why you're asking about your strength and why, you're hoping that you can get some guidance from the higher power, is because maybe this is hard for you because this person is being kind of very stoic and, I want it this way, and if it's not this way. And when people are acting like this, a lot of times it's easier if you just let them have it their way and let it play out the way that they want it to play out. And then they will realize that those weren't great decisions, because to convince a man against his will of the same opinion still. So there's no need to argue. There's no need to tell someone that they're wrong, because sometimes if you just let it play out, then they'll see it on their own, and it's less embarrassing for the person if they just see how they were wrong. And you could be like, hey, in the end, you could be like, I don't know, maybe just don't say anything at all. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is just a strong energy of someone who is controlling and wants to control, but we're moving away from toxic energy, so it doesn't have that amount of control on you. However, it bothers you. Like, stop trying to control everything. Okay, fine. Is that the way you want it? Great. Let's just see how that plays out. A lot of times as you let it play out, they'll start to make different decisions in line with what you thought that they should do anyway. You know what I mean? You're like, well, that's what I was going to say. But you don't even have to say that, because then it's like rubbing someone's nose in it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I told you, I was thinking that. You could just be like, yeah, I'm sorry it didn't work out that way. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you're making different choices that are better for you and us. Okay? The overall energy, the outcome for 0 to 3 months from now is beautiful. Like, we're moving into the most happiest time of your life right now. This is good. So this is really good energy. It's about happiness. It's about getting everything that you need. And everything's moving in your direction. It is the wheel of destiny. It was the way it was supposed to happen always. And so don't fear and don't fret, because you're getting everything that you need. 3 to 6 months from now, this movement in this direction is going to create a lot of healing. So this movement that you have made, or this direction that you went, it's going to promote a lot of healing with you and your partner or whoever you're with. It's going to create this massive amount of healing for you guys and heal the things, those swords that have been stuck into your guys' hearts. And if you're in a relationship, if this is a relationship thing, then what I'm hearing is that relationship is going to get so much better and so much more magnified. They did show me the relationship card, so that just clarifies that that. It's talking specifically about some sort of relationship or some sort of choice that the universe made for you. So that could have been like maybe you lost your job and you're like devastated over it, but what you're gonna find out is there's gonna be so much healing that comes from that movement, and it was destiny. Like it was supposed to happen that way, and God came in and you had to lose that job for a reason. You'll see it all when it all manifests, and all like I said, when the dust settles and you can really see what you're doing, you're going to be able to see how beautiful this was transpired. The movement into the healing, into the love, the lovers, or the choice, or the relationship, or something of this thing. So it's very strong and very soulmate oriented for those people. So since we did end with the Lovers card, let's go ahead and let's find out some love situation stuff for those Libras who are in the soulmate cycle right now, and those people who are actually looking for love. And so let's move on and see what we have in the relationship saga area. All right, guys, let's see. All right, so here we go. So yeah, we do have some your friends. So surround yourself with friends, because, and this might be the friendship of the romantic relationship, because I do see that there's romantic feelings. So either this is you leaning on your friends for this higher guidance, that's fine, or it could be that a friend leaning on this friend is going to create some romantic feelings, and it is about calling in your soulmate. So this right here. So some of you guys, this friendship is going to build into more romance, and then you're going to see how connected you are with this person. I really feel like this is, there's a lot of lighter energy when it comes to the soulmate that I'm feeling, the soulmate stuff. However, it has to be that way because there's this right here that needs to kind of work through so that you guys can have the love that you need, is something that I'm hearing as well. Like there's some pain that somebody's working through, and you guys will get closer and closer as that pain starts to dissipate. And whether that has anything to do with you or not, it's still something that's going on. All right, so we have, yeah, so there it is again, another card of romance. Lots of romance going on. That's good because romance is nice. And then the past is now behind you, so release it, embrace it, new possibilities. The new path is available for you, so follow it. That's exactly right. Remember the overlapping energies. Just because you feel the old energy doesn't mean it's there anymore. You can just recognize that, oh, that's the old energy, but I'm moving into something bigger and better. And give it time. Like you're not going to need strength if you realize that things take time. It's not about having strength. When strength is something when you feel like, you know, something's going to move fast and you need to hold on, or it could be that something's going to take a long time. But I really feel like if you just relax into it, then you're not going to need as much strength. It's like, okay, this stuff is going to take time. You know, it could take a year, 5 years, 7 years, whatever, but it's going to take time, and that's okay. I'm okay with time. Just be okay with time and be flexible. All right, Libra, so I hope that you like this reading. If you're entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you get notified as soon as I post something new. You guys have a great day. Bye.